My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, the Color of Madness. We have a crew already assembled. We've got the Thing from the Stars roaming here this week. If we have to fight the Thing from the Stars, I am... oh boy, scared. I do want to get some extra speed on Vavasaur. So I'm thinking unequip all, resort all. I'm thinking Ancestral Candle may actually be a reasonable selection for Vavasaur. Although I also do have to find some way to guarantee that Vavasaur is going to be able to bleed. In this area, things will have maximum 60% resist for normal enemies, 80% resist on the armored enemies, and then the large enemies like the oh, what's it called? Beast Eater or something like that? Can't remember its exact name. And the Swinotaur are higher in their bleed. But if I can go without bleeding trinkets, then I can put the extra speed, courtesy of the Ancestor's Candle, on the Flagellant, which is going to give them 11 speed, so they will bleed their target always first. And then I can also give them the Ancestor's Signet Ring, because in the final fight, they are going to be using Suffer to mark themselves and remove marks from other targets so that they take the damage from the Swine God, and then healing back up using Exsanguinate. So this protection is pretty handy. Now, the Swine God can mark 2 targets at the same time, which means that if Vavasaur is not one of those initial targets, Vavasaur can remove one of those, and then Ver will guard dog the other. The worst case scenario is that Ver and someone else get marked, in which case Vavasaur acts earlier than Ver in almost all rounds, will take the mark off of Ver, and then Ver will, I guess, just guard the other person. The guard dog. So that's the in general idea. I could also run a party similar to how I killed the Gibbering Prophet. That is to say, a damage reduction party. That would be with a Leper with Intimidate and an Occultist with a Weakening Curse. I don't know, like, that feels less strong in the dungeon going up to the Swine God. Whereas this feels better against the dungeon and a little bit worse against the Swine God itself. We've also got to be aware of the fact that Vavasaur is currently carrying the Wasting Sickness, which is pretty rough. Hang on. Hang on, isn't there a huge problem with this, having high speed on the Flagellant? I seem to remember something from my Crimson Court series. I'm actually going to quickly check the Swine God's wiki page. I seem to remember something from the Court series, which was that we were acting ahead of Wilbur a lot of the time, and as a result, we couldn't, take the marks. Ooh. Yeah, I should double check that. Okay, so Wilbur. Let's have a quick look at your stats. Wilbur has speed 22. Cool. So Wilbur should pretty much always be acting first. I mean, 11, the difference between 11 and 22 is another 11 rather than 8, so... yeah. So we just don't want to slow him. Good. Good. Making absolutely certain there's nothing else that I've missed, and there is not. Beautiful. Alright. So I think we're actually set with that. And then Val, you should be taking... Val is our second liner primarily for the stun. It's a really reliable stun. That's extremely important to me. And we'll also take the Focus Ring on you, then Focus Ring and Bleeding Trinket on Panel. And in the final line, it looks like we should probably consider the Prophet's Eye. Accuracy, speed, negative stress. You've also got balance, so you are less likely to be moved away from your position unless someone else has moved into your position, and as a result, you get displaced. Other than that, I could just go... Like, we haven't got Warren's Explorers or anything like that, right? No. No. We've got a Beast Slayer, Natural Swing, Luminous, Eldritch Slayer, Eldritch Hater, Jester. It's so good. It's just so dang good. In the final fight, the Jester's probably just going to be hitting Battle Ballad every single time. Oh, that's what causes the problem. Don't hit Battle Ballad every single time, because then Vavasaur will be faster than Wilbur. I think that's what happened to me last time. I'm really glad I solved that, because otherwise I was going to be feeling uneasy about that this entire run. Man's Best Friend is pretty good. Every rose has its thorns. No, we have Stress Healers in the party. We should be okay. So, the setup should probably be that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need to lick wounds in normal combat, so I shall upgrade the Hound's Harry. And, of course, Bachet will take the Ancestors map and the scroll. Looking good. Looking sharp. Looking fancy. Looking fine. All right. Now, another thing that we do need to consider is look at all of our high-level characters. We're kind of just burning people out and running away right now. So if we get the Puppet Theater, they are going to de-stress over time of their own accord, which is going to save me a lot of money. But the ones of you who have diseases and especially negative quirks that desperately need to be removed, you all should be treated. Okay, so Vavasaur also, this is one problem. Vavasaur has wasting sickness, which means they are very likely to get diseased in this dungeon, which is a problem. It's a huge problem. I kind of just have to hope that they don't get diseased before I rest, and then I can use Lash's Cure to remove the disease. That's why I was hesitant on running this party in particular for this in particular. Right, Bele, you haven't got anything that I want to lock in or out. But now, nothing I want to lock in or out. Okay, Holder, nothing I want to lock in or out. Coulter, yeah, Unerring I actually want to lock in. And Stress Eater, sure, I'll lock that out. Cool. And then I'm just going to leave the rest of them to lower their stress over time. Oh, Canal. Yeah, sure, we'll just remove your Spotted Fever while we're doing this. And I'm probably going to start running some lower level parties. So let's see if there's anyone in the stagecoach. Tonai. Eagle Eye, Clotter. Clotter is pretty good on you. Your bleed resist basically just means you'll never be bled. Weak Grip is really bad on the Flagellant. Gifted Compulsive Enlightened Yanked. Balanced Unyielding. I mean, that's a resilient antiquarian you should have ever seen one. Evasive Hard Noggin. Whoa! That's a name and a half. I'm going to have to look at that one in the files. That is to say, the audio file that Patricia, Queen of Ice, recorded with all of the French names in their correct French accenting. Alright. I don't think I'll be taking any of these. So that leaves it to just those trinkets, and none of them are important either. Okay. Final thing that I need to do before we go out on the mission is to update Val's Hound's Harry. Everyone else is fine. No, I have targeted heal in the final fight. I should be fine. Okay. It's going to be the squad to the Swine Gods. We don't have anyone super hungry in this party or anything like that. So I think I am over-preparing in terms of food again, but rather over than under. Okay, sure. So cut that back to probably just 2 stacks. We only need to keep above 50% light. We have Warrior of Light on Bachet, but it's not good. Bachet? Still trying to work through that. Warrior of Light on Vavasaur, but you're not a damage dealer anyway. I mean, you are a damage dealer, but you don't deal your damage by your damage, right? You deal your damage with bleed, so. Okay. Cool. Holy water in this area is used for bones. Skeleton keys are used for a fair few things. Medicinal herbs. Do I want to purge anything in this area? Not really. I could clear a lot of things in this area and get a lot of loot with the medicinal herbs, so I guess I'll like take 2. But the loot from them is never that great. Bandage, same. I have a lot of healing in this party, so I'll probably be able to out-heal any bleeds that are actually applied to me, so I don't think I take bandages to actually counter in-combat occurrences. I could take Aegis Scale. Yeah, just in case like Vavasaur is stunned and they're stunned or something like that, right? I'm gonna take 2 of them. Cool. And finally, shovels. In this area, you don't actually need that many. It's a medium mission, so I'll take 3, but I probably only need 2. With a Vestal and a Jester, I can probably deal with having to dig through one if I have to. But usually in the Warrens, you can just go around and you'll be fine. Yeah, that looks good. Slightly short on food, slightly short on torches. Got the keys, got the shovels. Yup.
The great thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it.
Wow, what a bad guy this ancestor is. It's only because I played through this game like 4 times, so like every single time I hear it, I'm just like beat over the head with it again, and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
I don't really know what I want to take home from this dungeon. So I guess whatever is going to give me the most value. You suck. Why'd you do that to me? Here. Hell yeah. Whoa, it didn't bleed this target. 33, so you had 50. It had a 10% chance to not bleed that target in particular. Wow. That had a 25% chance not to stun as well.
Safety.
Crits my backliner, because of course it does. That's the person who is least resilient to stress damage right now. Thankfully I have a Jester, so I can deal with that, but still grumble. Cool. Backliner is dead before they ever get an action, and excellent. Everyone except for the infamous Bloodletter is now dead.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
No. Oh. No, too much stress. All right, we're gonna need some recovery actions against the infamous Bloodletter. It's fine though. Myself into a different position because I definitely don't intend to damage. Woo! Double crit, nice work. Stun him. Buy myself a free turn there. 10, 10, 10, 35. Okay, so I do still want to... Oh gosh, no. That's a lot of damage. Right, what's our stun chance? 150, so 35% chance to hit this stun. Still rolling it. I don't know. I guess, optimally, they would point blank shot me here.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
It's fine. It is extraordinarily easy to heal that. You're dead in 2 rounds as well, without me even taking another action. Hell yeah. Wow, this is working out pretty well. And because you're dead with that DOT, I believe I can't be called out for stalling right now. I'll do that to try and get a little bit of stress healing in the kill. Woo! Ruby, hell yes.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
All right. With the scout of a secret door there. This isn't actually a huge amount of loot anyway, so I'm just gonna loot it now.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
So I'm thinking that what's the furthest distance from this is it could be there or it could be there. I was hoping that it was going to be down in this corner because then I was just going to loop around the top and then kind of finish up here. I wasn't even going to do the entire dungeon. But I still need more information before I can make that statement now.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I have to turn those down. I'm liking that we're getting the scouting constantly. That's extraordinarily handy. This fight's rough. I actually might battle ballad. Having enough speed to constantly act on top of them is going to be pretty important. The insatiable ghoul needs to die as quickly as possible, so it's going to be my primary target for pretty much everything, including stuns. Good. And even rather than stunning the Swine Slayer here, I'm probably going to have the backliner just... Don't get stunned, don't get stunned, don't get stunned, don't get stunned, don't get... Ah!
The end approaches.
I was going to just pitch in more damage against the backline.
A devastating blow.
35% chance to stun is enough. Hell yes. And that's probably lethal with the bleed. Yes, cool. All right. In particular, it was important to focus there because the Slaver Ghoul has the ability to use Howl, which is just stress across the party. Damn, these crits. But the Slaver Ghoul has the ability to use Howl, which is just stress across the party. And it also has the ability to apply disease, the disease being the Worries, which is 30% extra stress. Just from that point on, that would have... If the disease tried to roll on Bulbasaur, he has 0% disease resist, so he would be guaranteed to get worried. And that might actually end up immediately being the end. No. It wouldn't be the end of the dungeon because Flagellant being stressed out isn't that bad. They actually become a little bit better in some ways, a little bit worse than others. But it would be very limiting in the final combat because they still try and take their own actions. And I can just imagine the Bulbasaur trying to use Rain of Sorrows, hitting the backline Wilbur, and then just causing my entire party to die. So I'm trying very much to avoid that.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
No. None of those are necessary. Let's get rid of another holy water. Hell yeah.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
I'm gonna take him. There's the Swine Skeever. If I remember correctly... Skyver? If I remember correctly, they are possibly the most potent enemy in this entire area. So, let's try and focus them, maybe.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I would usually split the damage there, but again, Skyver has proven to be pretty problematic.
Confluence of skill and purpose.
Like, I should, by most rights, be targeting the Madman. But I am way more scared of that Skybar. I don't even know what it does. It's just there's something in my brain that says that thing is terrifying. I think I might have lost like 3 people to it last time. Resisted the debuff at least. During flight. 4 damage, you move yourself to the very back of the party. And you're dead now.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I'm guessing it needs to be at the back of the party to do whatever it is. And I was just unprepared previously to fight it.
A decisive pummeling.
Damn. Was really hoping that would deal, you know, more than the absolute smallest amount of damage it could have dealt. Because then I could have had that meat hooker dead. Instead of having to crit him again in order to get it. Okay, Skyber and meat hooker are now dead. Start removing some stress from the party. In particular, immediately from the person who is getting ongoing stress.
A death by inches. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. A singular strike.
I mean, this single target by itself is going to be able to do nothing. In effect, it's going to be able to accomplish absolutely nothing here. Wow, looks like you're not even going to make my life annoying on the way out. You're just going to die? If this rolls high in terms of damage, like 7 or 8, or it crits, we're fine.
Well struck.
Popped him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I'm trying to figure out which of these I might be walking back past later on. I'm not certain. I'm not certain until that room is scouted. Sure, hunger is easy. As you can see, we've already discarded a hell of a lot of food on this wall, so I didn't need to bring all of this. But wow, that's another Skybar. But also, we've got the Heaver here. Oh, that's a problem. The Heaver could also disease my target.
A powerful blow.
Heaver gets exactly 1 action at this rate. Right, it's the back line. Thankfully, they do have bleed resist. Sorry, bleed resist, blight resist. Blight resist? Disease resist. There we go. Cripple them. Yeah, that's exactly what I was worried about.
Terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
I think they can only use that in the back line. But I can't really do anything about that yet, so...
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Fine. Didn't mark myself. Didn't get marked at all either. Which is cut. Yeah, especially if that hit, that was going to be a problem.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ouch. Oh, thank heck. Whew! That was about to be real bad. I was hoping that corpse was going to be dead. I just got to get him out of the back position, right? Kill that corpse. Please stop trying to kill my jester. He's a nice guy once you get to know him. Alright, I'm going to debuff your negative, remove that with bandages. Kill that just to move the Swine Skyver out of the back line. I think the Swine Skyver might still be able to do it from the second position, is the second to back, rather, position is the thing. Alright, cool. Swine Skyver is now dead.
Inspiration.
Don't you dare attack the
and
Jester.
Improvement. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Yep, we'll stun that Swine Slayer before it tries to slay my friends. And now we need to start recovering. It's easier to recover against the Swine Slayer than it is against the Cultist Champion, so we'll still try and take the Cultist Champion out as quickly as possible here. Now I don't want Veil targeted either. Crumbs. I'm gonna party heal because I don't know who the Slayer is gonna attack, and I don't want them to go on death's door no matter who he attacks. One down. Fine. 12 plus the bleed. Didn't hit the bleed. Okay, that's huge. Take that bleed off of you. Stun the Swine Slayer again for this round. Shame I haven't got the self-heal available. That is Lick Wounds in particular. Wouldn't have needed it without the Swine Skyver, but the Swine Skyver was there, so I need it. I'm basically healing for 12 reliably, and then on a crit, 20. So I guess there's some sort of rounding weirdness going on there. I'll throw that in. The Swine Slayer did not get bled by that, which means they are not dead at the end of this round, as much as I thought they were going to be. Yeah, it means that I should pitch in some more damage. Hopefully I go next. And I do. Beautiful.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Rare trinkets sell for 2.25k. So it's more valuable than a stack of gold. There's our scouting. Okay, and now we know where the rest of the rooms are, basically. Awesome. Open this up.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Every time I see, like, niche curios, heirlooms, really tempted. No. Yes. We need portraits. For later, not for yet. Okay, that's where the holy water I just threw away would have been used. Fair enough. Didn't surprise them either. That's going to be really rough. Before I stun, I think it's more important to actually just throw the damage on. Oh, don't you dare. Thank you. Oh, that was terrifying. Perfect. Managed to get one of those heavers to take no action whatsoever. It's for 12. It's pretty big. Don't you dare stun. Thank you. That lets me stun the backliner.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
The Jester's split action is going to be so effective here. Yeah, harvest. And kill 2 targets with it.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. And lock him down. Okay, so we're going to be healing out of this fight ultimately. Which is good. I mean, that could have gone really bad with those 2 heavers in particular. I don't think I'm going to be stalling for that long, so I will actually hazard a hit there. 10 and 4, we'll heal the 10. Hang on, are you gifted? No. Okay. The healing differential is a little weird then. I'm actually going to guard. Just increase my own dodge on those two targets.
Exposed
Wow. What is your dodge right now? It's 42. Okay, good. Really sorry that happened to you, bud. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that off of you. Thank you. Stun you and try and get some healing out before we end this combat. Otherwise, you know. Yeah, negative 50% to healing received. Yikes. Swine Slayer is still killing at the end of this, or rather, still alive at the end of this round currently, so I do need to pitch in another action. Oh, damn. Thank you, dodging. Thank you for dodging, rather. Lethal DOT on a target, so I think it's time to heal. I'll do the party heal because a directed heal on the main target there that I wanted to heal seems ineffectual right now, considering their negative 50% healing. Very much just hoping to get our Vestal's action out next. Perfect.
This expedition at least promises success.
We're handling our stress really well. HP a little less well. Alright, I'm going to leave that for later. I also should have left this room if there was something in there. I think there was as well. Alright. We'll camp in this room. Then just go take out the boss, and then we can decide exactly how much of the dungeon we want to complete after that. I have a strong feeling of not much.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
So we can prevent the nighttime ambush as well as give ourselves extra scouting. Sorry, extra chance to surprise enemies and lower chance to be surprised. There goes wasting sickness. Accuracy and crit. Well, see, the thing is, Vavasaur uses Suffer, like, almost every round, and then occasionally Exsanguinate. So I don't know... Like, do I want to increase their crit, or do I want to increase the crit of someone who's going to be attacking the entire time? Like Pinel. Oh, you can't increase your own. Accuracy and dodge. Put that on you as well. You've got ridiculous accuracy, but the dodge that I actually wanted to give you from that. And then we'll prevent that nighttime ambush. Haven't got that many battle buffs here, but it's fine.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Mm-hmm. I'm planning on basically coming up here, looting around, and then getting to there, turning the light back on, then kind of snaking my way back up here. That's kind of just my loot at the end of the mission plan. Is there anything I needed to change for this final combat? Yeah, Hound's Harry is literally never going to be used in this final combat, so may as well get the self-heal instead. I should also upgrade Finale at some point, just because I could use it as a finisher in a couple of boss fights. That said, I always plan without it, so it's not like it's, you know, extraordinarily necessary. Cool. All right. Here's hoping I didn't just kill my whole party.
It is a travesty. A blundering mountain of hatred and rage.
Okay, you stunned a target and didn't mark any. You are kidding me. You've still got another action. So you're yet to mark anyone. Well, that's... Alright. Yeah, well, that's exactly the... Unfortunately, because Vow doesn't even get an action, I can't put an Aegis scale on them. Literally a 0% chance there to stun. All right. Well, thank you for both resisting that. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, so I can increase my own death blow resistance. Not necessary. I could exsanguinate right now and then just have you set me back to a new amount of HP I can exsanguinate from. Sure. Thanks, bud. Chucking that extra damage, chucking that extra bleed. We'll be fine. Oh no. My body! It's been obliterated! Why would you do that to my body? Hey, thanks for trying to stun those two again. Oh no. Alright, it's fine. We're gonna have Bear guard them. Dodge and miss! Hell yeah! Alright, doesn't even matter at this point. Oh. Woo. Wild Flailing. Knocked me for 0. Nice work. Get a squeal. Yeah, well, it's on the vessel. It's not that bad. Don't you have hard noggin? No, you don't. Okay, good. So we've just been getting lucky with not being bled, not being stunned, rather. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Take that off of you. And try and heal him back up. It's gonna hit death's door with this hit, though. What? It's a marked target on that field, friend. You should have hit the marked target. Oh well. I'm not gonna complain too loudly. Mm, 31 points per round of bleed. It seems like a pretty reasonable amount of damage. Just say. Seems okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Whew. Here I was worried I wasn't going to have the ability to exsanguinate next turn. As long as I don't get stunned. Thank you. Ugh, got him. Alright, get that HP back. Now, in some campaign, I do need to have someone die to Wilbur so that I can get the achievement for that, because I still don't have it, but it looks like it shan't be this campaign. I mean, you take an instantaneous action if I attack Wilbur, so I'm not going to do that. Because it's not like an action... action? It's a non-action action, if you know what I mean.
The thing is even more.
It's a reaction?
Death. Liquefaction cannot come soon enough.
Squeal at him. Cool. Stun. And now it's time to die. It's a pretty big crit. Let me at him. Don't you dare. Thank you for the extra stun resist that we have available. Squeals the whole party. Thank you. You'll self-heal. Because the rest of this is totally on Bulbasaur. Hell yeah. Yeah. Ruby gets one action. Oh no. And then we have succeeded. Goodbye, Swine God.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
No Swine Gods, no Swine Kings, only Swine Man. Let's throw that dog treat, not necessary anymore. Cool. Something I can turn out the light and then just start going north. There's only 2 more combats that I even need to do. I can even poke out my head this way and see whether or not this is worth it. It's not. Okay. Took a little bit of stress to look for that, but it was worth guaranteeing that that wasn't something extraordinarily useful like a pile of scrolls.
But yonder, a glint of gold.
Uh-huh. Yes, I would like the glints of gold, please.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Yeah, when I don't sort my inventory, it just becomes really, really, really frustrating. This is my bad. I should have done all of this much earlier. Cool. We have way too many resources left over. But we did loot a lot of resources in this dungeon as well, so...
Waiting to be spent.
Yeah, shovels are now unusable, so we'll throw that. There's no obstacle in the entire map. Cool. Because the 2 combats are directly in a row after one another, I will pump the torch to fight the first one, leave it going for the second, and then turn it completely back out.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
But I need another battle here. I'm more likely to finish a stack of gold than I am to finish a stack of onyx. Hey, what up, collector? And you're surprised. Hell yeah.
Piled high and cloaked in malice.
Huh. We are very out of position. Oops. Unless this stuns, that's going to be a problem. I had a 50% chance to stun there. Well, the fact that we didn't have Val in the second line with the ability to stun was... Ooh. And I haven't changed Pinel's abilities yet. Yikes. I've just made some pretty serious mistakes here. I could easily pay for these. Thank you for showing me a collection. Pretty important to get this collected highwayman, or rather these collected highwaymen down, yeah, because they can do that.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Let's protect you for a bit. Good lord. That's to dedicate a bunch of actions to trying to fix that. Headhunt, get dodged. Nope, crit me for 30. That's fine. We might need to escape this fight and run away. And it's... if you want to know what happened there, as to why I used that ability, I was trying to...
And now, the true test. Hold fast, or expire.
Don't. Yeah, we're escaping. We're escaping. Screw this.
Your blood soaks the soil, feeding the evil therein.
How much do I need the focus ring? Because focus ring and cudgel weight that he was currently holding. I don't need either. Let's leave. That was really bad. Because I didn't plan around fixing my party at the end of the fight. I now just have to peace. There goes Bear. That's really unfortunate. Entirely my fault, mind. I'm so damn aware of that. It is insane. Slugger replaces natural swing. Slow draw's really bad though. That needs to get removed. Yeah. Losing there hurts. But it's a fair...
To some. A sanguine memory to me.
It's a totally fair occurrence. I needed to change Penel's abilities and move Penel back to position. And then I would have been able to open that fight with Val using a stun that would have had a, like, 85% chance to stun, which would have gotten me an extra round of just chunking in damage, and we would have been able to focus down the Collector the entire time. But instead of that, we just got crit to absolute death. And even worse than that, I made another mistake during the fight, which is I was trying to harvest, and I immediately hit one and then my target, because I was just like, oh, that's how that goes. But Harvest wasn't there. Instead, Dirk Stab was, and I hit the wrong target because of it. I was planning to harvest the midline so that I could prevent the Highwayman from taking an action and start damaging the next Highwayman. It was really bad on my part. Still, we've killed the Swine God. That is really big. We have now, what, 3 bosses left? Formless, Sunken, Beguiling, Drowned. So 4, yeah, and then Repelling the Brigand Incursion is just a mission, and then all of the rest of those are the Crimson Court, except for Defeat the Sleeper, which is Color of Madness. I'm continuing to debate whether or not I'm going to do the Crimson Court stuff. The Defeating the Sleeper I definitely have to do. But the Crimson Court stuff all exists in my Crimson Court series already as well. I'm just wondering whether or not it's going to be worth it to do. That's a conversation for another time, though. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game. It's been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.